Well, good morning. Welcome to San Elizario, Texas, and to the Licon Dairy. I'm Peter Norby. I go by Baker Pedee, and this is the Great Open Road Bakery. Now, before I get into episode 2, let me talk a little bit about episode 1. And I want to tell you, we had over 400 views on YouTube, as well as 400 views on our website, The Great Open Road. And it's been so joyful to see all the pictures. And I think I should have had stock in baguette pans, because I think 40 or 50 baguette pans have been sold based on that video. And it's so great to see all the great pictures of folks making bread. And some of you are already riffing on the recipe. And I've seen hamburger buns, I've seen cheddar cheese, I've seen jalapeno. And so as you go around, take a look at what you might want to put in. You've got the basics now. You're making a great loaf of bread. Add a little cheese, add a little chili, add a little herbs, whatever you want to add to that bread. Just have fun with it and enjoy, because you know, when you bake that bread and you share it with others, you're sharing a piece of your heart. You're doing something very, very wonderful that tastes wonderful. So I really want to encourage you to do that. Okay, on to episode 2. Now, part of being on the Great Open Road is that we get to travel around the country. And so the Great Open Road Bakery today is located on a dairy farm. And it's just absolutely fantastic. We've had a wonderful night, a wonderful day. Fresh cheese this morning from milk that was just brought in. Incredible eggs from the dairy. And so part of what we do here is we're going to take local ingredients from all over America, and then I'm going to figure out what I want to make from those ingredients. So today we're making a pistachio butter cookie. Now, yesterday we were in Alamogordo, New Mexico, the home of the world's largest pistachio. And we toured the farm and we bought pistachios. So we're going to make the pistachio from those pistachios. And then today on the Licon Dairy, this morning, about a half hour ago, we walked over and bought fresh butter and fresh eggs. And so our butter and our eggs are going to be from the dairy, and the pistachio is going to be from Alamogordo at the world's largest, I believe it's called McGinn's Pistachio Farm. So bear with us and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to the Great Open Road Bakery, and I'm going to take you to my prep table here and show you our ingredients for our pistachio cookie. So we're going to start with all-purpose flour, a little wonderful butter just churned from the Licon Dairy, baking powder, an egg from the Licon Dairy, pistachios from McGinn's Pistachio Farm, and just a bit of vanilla. Now we're going to put all that in a bowl. It's already been pre-measured, but don't worry, I'll have the recipe both on the website as well as on the blog and on the video. So with that, it's time to mix. It's time to go. As I mentioned, I've got them pre-measured. I'm going to add my egg. All right, and I'm just going to mix this up. So I'm leaving the pistachios out now. And the reason I'm leaving the pistachios out is because I don't want my cookies to be green or too green. Now, if you put the pistachios in right away, your dough is going to be a lot more green. And a little bit of green, I think, is fine for me. So we'll just mix this up nice and smooth. It's going to take 2 or 3 minutes just to move it around, get it all incorporated. And for those of you who have made cookies before, it's kind of a thick cookie dough is what we'll end up with here after working this a bit. And it's clumping up now. Okay, right about here, I'm going to add my pistachios. And that's probably halfway through the mixing portion. All right, it's really coming together nice now. It's going to be a little stiff. Now you can see it's turning into this beautiful paste. Gorgeous paste. We're almost ready to put these guys on a pan, but let me just mix it up another 10 or 15 seconds here. Clump it up. Gorgeous, gorgeous paste. Okay, we'll be back and we'll be putting these on a cookie sheet. Okay, we're going to put the cookies on the pan now, and if you've noticed, I'm not using any machinery, right? I'm keeping this real simple, just a bowl, a wooden spoon, so anyone can do this anywhere. No excuses if you don't have a great fancy Hobart mixer. Okay, now in the bakery, we would make these all the same size because we don't want a customer to buy the big one and not the small one. We make them the same size. But when you're on the open road and you're baking the love, just put them on the pan and bake them, right? So I'm just going to use a spoon here, and I'm just going to begin putting them on the pan. It's that simple. You know, when we're done baking these cookies, we're gonna take a couple over to the owner of the dairy and let him know what we've done here. I think he's gonna like it. All right, we'll be back after these are on the pan, and I'll show you the next steps. Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun. I'm eating the cookie dough before I put it in. I want to make sure I have enough for my guests, so I should probably stop eating the dough. All right, next step is I'm just going to use a spoon, and I'm just going to flatten them a little bit. Remember, we're not too worried about sizes here. And then the next part is actually my favorite part. Okay, this is called a planer, and most of you use this for Parmesan cheese on your salad or on your pasta, but it's also great for putting nuts on top of the cookies. So we'll take a pistachio, and we'll just plane a little pistachio right on top of the cookie. Now, when you get to the end, you don't want to plane your fingers, so here's what we do with these. We just eat them. How great is that? Okay, you can see this goes real fast, and this would be a garnish. Time for another pistachio. Okay, I've preset my oven to 370 degrees. We're going to bake these cookies for 12 minutes. So I'll set 6 minutes for each side, and then we'll turn them. We're going to have cookies in 12 minutes. I can't wait. So here we go, right into the oven. And we're baking in the Great Open Road Bakery. See you in 12 minutes. Okay, we're ready to take the pistachio cookies out of the oven. Now, I originally said 6 minutes on each side for a total of 12 minutes at 370. We ended up giving them 15 minutes because what we want is just a hinge, just a little tint of brown on the edge of the cookies. So we are ready to take the cookies out of the oven. And they look absolutely, let me put them in the sunshine there. They look absolutely remarkable. Okay, the pistachio cookies are done. Can't wait to eat them. Let me give you a few tips, just two, of what I did a little differently that maybe I didn't explain earlier. One is we baked them for 3 minutes longer, and we wanted to do that to get just a little bit brown on the bottom. The second thing is the pistachios. I did not put the pistachios in whole. I chopped them, and I just used the blade of a knife and pushed down to chop the pistachios. Okay, we're going to take a few of these over to the owner of the Licone Dairy, but before we do that, I just want to talk a little bit about this beautiful Great Open Road Bakery. We travel in a 2021 Tiffin 34 PA. Tiffin is a wonderful brand of motorhome. The bottom oven, propane fired, is also a convection oven. There's a fan that moves the air around. It bakes so evenly and so wonderfully. And the top is a microwave convection. And when you bake in the top oven, you just want to have a rack 1/2 inch or 1 to 2 inches up to keep the whatever you're baking off of the bottom floor to get the air underneath it. So again, we're so pleased with how this Great Open Road Bakery is working. And I also want to talk a little bit about Harvest Toast. And so Harvest Toast is a way to go around this country for one-night stays, and you stay at breweries and wineries and farms and museums and golf courses. So our location is at the Licone Dairy in San Lazario, Texas. And we're using their products to bake these cookies today. And Harvest Toast is just the most wonderful way to go around. So we're very appreciative of them hosting us for the night. And we'll take a few cookies over to them. So let's put 2 or 3 of these cookies on the plate. All right, I picked the ugliest one, and now I'm gonna see how our pistachios cookies, how they taste. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, these are so wonderful. Remember, you don't have to use pistachios. You can use cashews, and you could use peanuts, and you can use sunflower seeds and whatever. But just get in the kitchen and bake with love. We'll see you next time. Hey Gene, here's some pistachio cookies we made with your butter and your eggs from your dairy. We really appreciate the stay last night. We had a wonderful time, and we'll see you down the road. Be sure to come. Enjoy. Why don't you tell me what you think? Awesome.